All right, welcome back, boxing fans. Quite obviously, the Jake Paul versus Hasim Rahman fight is over, canceled. And from my point of view, it looks like both sides are pointing fingers at each other. About what exactly, though? I mean, if you just read that highlighted area, it would appear that the Paul team is trying to say that Hasim Rahman lost less than a pound since signing that contract 24 days ago. I kind of find that hard to believe, but could be true. If it is true, Hasim Rahman might have made a big mistake that he will regret either right now or a little bit later.
Alrighty, folks, emergency press conference. You may have seen the news. Hasim Rahman Jr. has pulled out of the fight. This is not a joke. I am devastated. I cannot fucking believe this. We just found out this news.
I signed a contract to make 200 pounds within the 3 or 3.5 weeks that I had to do it, but I couldn't do it.
Now I understand the difficulties of weight cutting, but he signed a contract and it doesn't sound like he even put in an attempt to lose the weight.
My body simply would not let me do it, would not let me get down to 200 pounds. But where in boxing do y'all see them canceling fights a whole week in advance? I didn't even get my last week to get down as low as I could. I told this man,
rehydration, weight, whatever the case may be, it doesn't matter. I believe I can win. I believe I can come out on top.
But I couldn't do it. My body simply would not let me do it.
This is just another case of a professional boxer, just like Tommy Fury, being scared to fight me.
I mean, I highly doubt that. I believe Jake Paul knows the truth. Tommy was banned from entering America. That's no sign of being scared.
It's as clear as day that these guys have been so unprofessional to work with.
I agree with the unprofessionality. I mean, last week, Rahman was in the ring flexing, showing his abs, supposedly on point with weight loss, on schedule, and everything else, or so he led us to believe.
Very high intensity, very, very, very focused, and I'm here to do my job.
I don't know about you, but if you paid attention to Rahman Sr. sitting there, I don't think he's buying this story his son is speaking, but he's just going to remain quiet.
I'm ready to make this thing go on fire come August 6th.
Well, quite obviously, there will be no fire August the 6th, and there shall be no smoke. And I believe both parties should take some blame, They could have worked their differences out in the ring, honestly, but both sides were taking jabs. I mean, Jake Paul with this nonsense about he's the only one carrying the fight, or probably for the last previous 8 days, I mainly saw Rahman Jr. being interviewed here, there, in the gym, and so forth. Secondly, back to what I said earlier. If Rahman Jr. himself intentionally sabotaged this, he made a big mistake, especially for his career. I mean, YouTuber or not, this fight would have brought him more notoriety with a win. It would have been a great boost to his career, which I believe would be needed. If you watch my other video, I hinted on the fact that at his age, with only 13 fights, who knows, man? You know what I'm saying? This could have been the thing that propelled him a little forward in the ranks. So anyway, I think Jake Paul would need to actually spend some quality time seeking a quality opponent to fit the bill. Maybe one that does not have to do any kind of dramatic weight loss. Who knows? Maybe one that wouldn't cause the athletic commission to be a bit apprehensive about. There's all kinds of things to think about in why this fight occurred, or possibly would occur, and then did not. Could have been some cold feet by Jake Paul. He seems like he set every roadblock and hurdle in front of Rahman Jr. to prevent him from going forward. But at least the guy, I guess, accepted. But I can't give him credit for that. You cannot accept a fight and sign a legal binding contract and not, at the minimum, put in minimum effort to fulfill that contract. And I don't think Mr. Rahman Jr. had intentions of weighing in at 200 pounds. He probably knew from day one he couldn't do it, but he put up a good front. Unfortunately, when you front, sometimes it comes back to bite you.